Hey everybody, Nick Espinosa, your chief security fanatic here, and today we are actually talking about Amazon because, big surprise, Amazon copied products and rigged search results on their website to promote their own brands. This is coming from Reuters, and I've actually been reporting on these kinds of things for quite some time, but now, like Facebook from a couple of weeks ago, we have internal documentation that shows exactly what they're doing. Now, here's what's going on. Amazon has been repeatedly accused of knocking off products it sells on its website and exploiting its vast trove of internal data to promote its own merchandise at the expense of other sellers. They have always denied these accusations, but thousands of pages of internal Amazon documents examined by Reuters, and this is, as I mentioned, coming from Reuters, including emails, strategy papers, and business plans, show the company ran a systematic campaign of creating knockoffs, manipulating search results to boost its own product lines in India, which is one of the company's largest growth markets. Obviously, India being the second largest in terms of population country on the planet. Now, the documents reveal how Amazon's private brands team in India secretly exploited internal data from India.in, which is the Indian version of Amazon, to copy products sold by other companies and then offered them on their platform. The employees also stoked sales of Amazon private brand products by rigging Amazon's search results so that the company's products would appear as one 2016 report in India put it, quote, in the first 2 or 3 search results, end quote, when customers were shopping on Amazon.in. Among the victims of this strategy were a popular shirt brand in India, John Miller, which is owned by a company whose chief executive is Kishore Biyani. He's basically known as the retail king in India. Amazon decided to, quote, follow the measurements of John Miller shirts down to the neck circumference and sleeve length, according to these documents. These documents also show that Amazon employees studied proprietary data about other brands on Amazon.in, including detailed information about customer returns. The aim, basically, was to identify and target goods described as quote-unquote reference or benchmark products and replicate them. As part of that effort, the 2016 internal report laid out Amazon's strategy for a brand the company originally created for the Indian market called Solimo. Now, the Solimo strategy was very straightforward, and I quote, use information from Amazon.in to develop products and then leverage the Amazon.in platform to market these products to our customers. Now, the Solimo project in India had international impact. Scores of Solimo branded health and household products are now offered for sale on Amazon's US website, Amazon.com. The 2016 document further shows that Amazon employees working on the company's own products, known as the private brand or private labels, plan to partner with the manufacturer of those products targeted for copying. That's because they learned that these manufacturers employ, quote, unique processes which impact the end quality of the product. The document entitled India Private Brands Program states, and I quote again, it is difficult to develop this expertise across products and hence to ensure that we are able to fully match quality with our reference product. We decided to only partner with the manufacturers of our reference product. Basically, it termed those manufacturers and their expertise tribal knowledge. So basically, John Miller shirts, for example, were made by a specific, let's say, manufacturer for the John Miller brand. Amazon figured that out, and they went to them, that basic manufacturer, and said, now you're going to do this for our brand known as Solimo, or whatever brand they were knocking off for John Miller. That's essentially what they're doing here. Now, in sworn testimony in front of the United States Congress, in 2020, Amazon founder and CEO Jeff Bezos explained that basically Amazon prohibits its employees from using data on individual sellers to help its private label business. And in 2019, another Amazon executive testified that the company does not use such data to create its own private label products or alter its search results to favor them. Quite frankly, the internal documents show that they lied, because basically these documents seen by Reuters, as I mentioned before, show that for the first time, at least in India, manipulating search results to favor Amazon's own products as well as copying other sellers' goods were part of their formal clandestine strategy, and basically high-level executives were also informed about this according to sign-offs on documents. Now, the unfiltered insight basically that these documents offer into Amazon's aggressive use of its market power could intensify the legal and regulatory pressure the company is facing in multiple countries. If you didn't know, Amazon is under investigation in the United States, in Europe, and India for allegedly having anti-competitive practices that hurt other businesses. In India, the allegations include unfairly favoring its own branded merchandise over obviously competing brands, those that they're apparently ripping off. Amazon declined to comment on this investigation. Now, according to Jason Koponen, an antitrust attorney with Linkladders in Brussels, they basically, when talking to Reuters on the findings of these practices in India, said that they would likely interest the European Commission, which is probing whether the company has used non-public seller data to boost its retail business. India has cooperation agreements with the United States and the European Commission to exchange information related to enforcement of antitrust laws. So basically, what Reuters has here can be used in the United States and in Europe. And this is not new. For the record, I have basically gone through this. I did it in a complete video on all of those verticals that Amazon, at least here in the United States, has consumed, whether it's books or movies or other things. They become major competitors in shipping and everything else, or they've cornered the market in some areas. And in many cases, there were competing brands that looked awfully like Amazon Echoes, or awfully like Amazon Kindles, or awfully like something else. And here we are, them basically creating either knockoffs or informed by their competitors and creating something. And then obviously when you go to search on, let's say, an e-reader on Amazon's website, guess what you get first? You get the Kindle. Or let's say home automated AI devices. You're going to get the Amazon Echo, the Show, all those kinds of things. This is not new. The only thing this does is 100% confirm that Amazon has done what we have basically seen with our own eyes, and they knew it internally. And they did it at such a rampant pace, apparently in India, that it really makes what they're doing operationally here in the United States and Europe, basically it makes everything suspect. So I think we're going to see more of this start to come out. I think, honestly, we are entering the era of the whistleblower. When you look at this, and we've had whistleblowers throughout the years, but Facebook just had a massive data dump, in terms of Frances Haugen, Amazon now has a whistleblower. I'm waiting for Google to have one, and Twitter, and on and on and on. I think we're going to start to see a lot of these practices, basically happen. And we are also starting to see a lot of the tech industry in terms of publishing and tech writers start to turn on the big tech industry as well, as they're starting to realize that these abuses have been there. I have been reporting on these for years, and I am glad that people are finally catching up. It's always never too late to stop this kind of thing. So we're going to see where this goes. We're going to see what happens here, but I think Amazon is basically going to have a big fight on their hands, and they're going to be under some quite huge spotlights, and I think it's for good reasons. So hopefully truth comes out in light. We'll see if that happens with Amazon. But if you're in India and you're using Amazon, heads up to you. Odds are what you're buying, if it's Amazon branded, is a knockoff from possibly a better brand. And please like, share, follow me here on Facebook and Twitter at NickAESP. And please feel free to subscribe to me at YouTube as well. And as always, stay safe, stay online, and please stay private. Thanks, everyone.